All right, everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into the world of Shakespeare, but we're not going to get all stuffy and formal about it. Instead, let's take a fresh look at his works, almost like a modern-day book review, but with a twist. I'm talking about the plays, of course, since Shakespeare was primarily a playwright, but you know what? They're practically novels in their own right. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's chat about some of the most iconic Shakespearean works, like We're Just Two Friends Having a Good Time. Let's kick things off with the big one, Hamlet. This play is like the ultimate coming-of-age story, but instead of a teenager navigating high school drama, we've got Prince Hamlet dealing with murder, betrayal, and existential dread. Seriously, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by life's big questions, to be or not to be, you'll totally relate to Hamlet. The dude is just trying to figure out what it means to live, to love, and to take revenge on his uncle, who, spoiler alert, is a total jerk. The complexity of Hamlet's character is fascinating, and honestly, it's a wild ride that keeps you guessing until the very end. Plus, the ghostly appearances add that supernatural element that makes everything just a bit more thrilling. Now, let's shift gears to Romeo and Juliet. The quintessential love story, right? But let's be real here. These two are the poster children for teenage angst. They fall in love at first sight, and it's all butterflies and rainbows until their family's feud throws a wrench in the works. It's like the ultimate relationship obstacle course. You can't help but root for them, even though you know it's going to end in tragedy. It's relatable, though. Who hasn't felt like the world is against their love at some point? And let's not forget the iconic balcony scene. Seriously, it's the stuff of dreams. But let's also take a moment to acknowledge that their impulsiveness leads to some pretty dire consequences. It's a cautionary tale wrapped in romance, and it's just as relevant today as it was back then. Next up, we have Macbeth. Now this is where things get dark and twisty. Macbeth is a classic tale of ambition gone wrong, and if you've ever wanted something so badly that you'd do anything to get it, you'll find a kindred spirit in him. The witches, with their cryptic prophecies, add an eerie vibe that makes you question fate and free will. Macbeth's descent into madness is both tragic and gripping, and it's a reminder of how unchecked ambition can lead to destruction. Plus, Lady Macbeth is one of the most fascinating characters in all of literature. Her fierce determination and eventual unraveling make for a compelling watch. Honestly, if you're into psychological thrillers, this one's for you. Now, let's lighten the mood a bit with A Midsummer Night's Dream. This play is like a whimsical romp through the woods, where love potions and mistaken identities create a delightful chaos. It's a celebration of love in all its forms, and it's just plain fun. You've got the star-crossed lovers, the mischievous Puck, and a group of amateur actors who steal the show. It's a reminder that love can be confusing and messy, but it's also beautiful and magical. Honestly, if you're looking for something to brighten your day, this play is like a warm hug. It's a perfect escape from reality. And who doesn't need that sometimes? Let's not forget about Othello. This one's a powerful exploration of jealousy and manipulation. Othello, a Moorish general, is brought down by the deceitful Iago, who is basically the king of backstabbing. It's a heart-wrenching tale that delves into themes of trust and betrayal. If you've ever felt the sting of jealousy or the pain of being manipulated, you'll find this play strikingly relatable. The emotional depth in Othello is intense, and it raises important questions about race, identity, and the human condition. It's heavy stuff, but it's so beautifully crafted that you can't look away. Moving on, let's discuss The Tempest. This play is like Shakespeare's farewell to the stage, and it's packed with themes of forgiveness, redemption, and the power of nature. Prospero, the rightful Duke of Milan, uses magic to control the island he's stranded on. And through his journey, we see the complexities of revenge and reconciliation. It's a tale of transformation, and the character arcs are incredibly satisfying. Plus, the magical elements add a layer of enchantment that makes it feel like a fairy tale. If you're into stories about second chances and personal growth, The Tempest is a must-read. And how could I forget King Lear? This play is a gut-wrenching exploration of family dynamics and the consequences of pride. Lear's decision to divide his kingdom among his daughters based on flattery leads to chaos and tragedy. It's a powerful reminder of the importance of humility and the dangers of ego. If you've ever had a complicated relationship with family, you'll connect deeply with Lear's journey. It's raw, emotional, and utterly heartbreaking, but it's also incredibly profound. Finally, let's touch on Twelfth Night. This play is a delightful mix of mistaken identities, love triangles, and comedic misunderstandings. It's all about the chaos that ensues when gender roles are flipped and love is pursued in unexpected ways. The character of Viola, who disguises herself as a man, adds a layer of complexity that makes you think about identity and attraction. It's a light-hearted romp that also has some deeper themes about love and acceptance. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of Shakespeare's most iconic plays. Each one is a treasure trove of relatable themes, complex characters, and timeless lessons. Whether you're into tragedy, comedy, or everything in between, there's something for everyone in Shakespeare's works. So, if you haven't picked up one of his plays yet, what are you waiting for? Dive in and discover the magic for yourself.